Welcome to my channel. In this video I'll show how to replace a pollen filter in a Volvo XC60. It's a 2011 model but should cover all models from 2008 to 2016. The manual states it's quite an involved job. You should remove a battery, you should remove a circuit board under the dash in the footwell to gain access to the location for the pollen filter. But you don't have to do this. It still does mean you've got to take care not to damage the new filter fitting it, but there's a hose, a multi-plug connector, some cables to move out the way, but it can be done much more simply than removing the battery and things. Taking things apart electrically is only likely to cause problems as well, so if you don't have to do it, it would help. So here we go. We start by taking the trim off inside the vehicle next to the tunnel, and then peel back the carpet. You need to wedge the carpet down. I've used a piece of wood to wedge the carpet, stop it folding back up and getting in the way. You can take the old filter out, it bends, it's quite flexible. If you actually, fitting a new one, if you actually get a type that's very rigid, you might have to do what the manual says, but most of them are quite flexible, so that they will flex enough to fit in its location without damaging. So, but most of them, the new one I've got is quite flexible and quite easily to fit without damaging it. So we start by, we need to take this small plastic trim off from underneath the footwell. There's two T25 Torx drive screws that hold it on. Take them off. There's also a footwell light, so you need to remove the cable to the light, and then you can get that out of the way. Don't do what I did though. When you put it back on, remember to connect the cable up. And I put the trim back on, then realised I'd left the cable dangling down, so I had to take it off again. Once that's out of the way, just wait while I get to the point there where now there's a hose here that goes to the heating system. That simply pulls out. You can hook that back out of the way somewhere, so it doesn't get anywhere. Then there's a small multi-plug connector here, which good tug and a wiggle and it comes out, and again took it out of the way. And then up here, it's a little bit hard to see, there's some cables that just hang down right in front of the opening for the pollen filter. These, they make it awkward, so all you need to do with these is lift them out the way, tar wrap them up, just careful not to pull on them too much so you don't damage them, but it's easy to get them out the way, and once done you can leave them there. You don't have to take the tar wrap off, it can just stay there. So there is just enough room for the new filter to curve around the electrical boxes there and into its slot. A little bit difficult for me here to film and show you it starting. When I first entered the filter in its location, I haven't got the filming of that. You lay it on his side, sort of on your back. It is a bit awkward. Over the sill of the door, it's not very comfortable either, but it's easily doable. Just be careful not to damage the filter as you put it in. But once it's in, just make sure it's. The other thing I would say is make sure that you've got the airflow direction correct. A little bit further back on the video, and do show the edge of the new filter, and it does have an arrow showing the airflow direction. So the airflow comes from the front of the car through the pollen filter into the heater. So as long as the arrow's pointing inwards, you have it the correct way around. Then put the cover on. It just clips on, hooks on from the front, and then locates at the rear. Make sure I think there's 3 clips. Make sure they're all securely clipped into place, and then refit the hose that goes to the heater and the multi-plug connector. Refit the carpet, make sure it's tucked correctly in its place, and then put plastic trim on in the footwell, and remember to put the cable on. Fasten up the 2 Torx drive screws. When that's done, you've just got the trim on the side of the tunnel. and that just clips into place, hooks underneath the dash, quite easy, and then just taps into place. Once you've got it all lined up, hooks in beside the seat first, and then under the sort of glove box and centre console, just hooks in there, and then just push all the clips in. It's quite straightforward, and that's it. Job's done. Quite simple. So thank you for watching the video. I really hope you'll subscribe to my channel. It really will help me, and thank you for watching.